explore, like when
Yeah.
you shared with me the other day just about some of the grief that you were experiencing around like having experiences but not necessarily this other part of life. And I, when I came home from that and I was kind of reflecting at night, and I was like, oh my gosh, I actually have like the complete opposite
Yeah.
experience as that. Same grief but like in a different
Way.
way.
Absolutely. You know, when you sent me that message too, like that really was so, I think it's so important to like have conversations with our friends and the people in our lives who maybe we're like looking outside looking in, we're like, oh, I really desire like what you have in ways, or like I really am
Yeah.
longing to like cultivate some of that in my life, right? But like have walked a different path, whatever, and being able to like really just see each other and be like, oh, I desire like your experience. And it's kind of like that thing of like, um, you know, being able to just kind of like get down on the ground of like the reality is like we all long for different things in different ways, and though like we can totally acknowledge and be so grateful and happy and like we love the lives we have,
Yeah.
and there's this grief and this desire for something more. And so I'm really excited to get into this with you, and just exactly like you said, like share, because some of our listeners, no matter what season of life you're in, whether that's you're in your 20s, your 30s, your 40s, your 50s, like it doesn't matter. You can translate all of this to
Yeah.
an experience, or you can maybe like be able to reflect back on when you were in your late 20s and where you are
Hmm.
now and how that feels. So yeah, I think this is going to be a really fun one to dive into. I mean, uh we can kind of, I think, just go head first into this like concept of like what kind of started this conversation is I was like, I've kind of been in a transition of like relationship ending, like just kind of like whirlwind
Hmm.
summer. And I was sharing with you, like, you know, I'm like at this place where I'm really meeting this grief of like as we approach 30, and I don't know what this is, and maybe you can like articulate this better than I am able to, but like what is it about approaching 30 and like why all of a sudden is like
Hmm.
the like it feels like the pressure or something is on, like something has come into the field of awareness of like I'm almost 30 and this is
It's
where I
like a
am.
milestone, I think, that we're reaching. We're in like an opportunity. It feels like a very natural time for reflection, maybe. Like in our,
Yeah.
I think it was in our previous episode that we just talked about, or maybe a couple episodes ago, of like the desire for a partner and the desire for
Hmm.
children and like those kind of, or the career, like what, fill in the blank for whatever it is for you guys listening. But like I think when you reach a milestone like turning 30, turning 40, like entering the back half of your life in your 50s, like it really calls you to reflect on those things.
Yeah.
And so I think that's what we're experiencing for like the first time. I don't think that really happens when you're 20. I don't
No.
remember that happening when we turned
I feel like the
20.
milestone of 20 is like, woo! Like,
Yes. Yeah.
not literally that, but it's like a little bit more exciting. Like, you're 20, you're really entering adulthood. There's not
Yes.
like this grief yet because, like, your teens, it's like,
Yeah.
oh, we've been ready for this, like, to
Yes.
kind of become adults, like, individualize, like, have independence, all of that.